Hello and welcome back, all my Dragon Ball theorists. Today's chapter picks up right where it left off with the stunning conclusion of the Goku vs Granola fight, which also happens to be the title of the chapter. The first 11 pages, yes, 11 pages of this chapter had no words in it, just some pretty epic fighting panels as Granola starts off by firing rapid ki blasts at Goku, as he easily is dodging them. Goku, currently in his Super Saiyan Blue form he powered up into at the end of chapter 72, seems to be holding its own so far as Granola seeks to distance himself and take a tactical advantage using the terrain around him. I personally like when fighting scenes do this to add depth to the fight instead of just a toe-to-toe exchange. Not to mention, we get to see the talent of Toyotaro's art and style. Goku continues to chase Granola as he is giving him the slip through the forest as his energy blasts continue to miss. Then suddenly, we see Granola make the first move, using a tree to wrap himself around to slingshot him right back at Goku, taking him by complete surprise. Goku is sent flying, breaking several trees in that exchange, then managing to finally stabilize himself and prepare to re-engage. The intensity of these blows by Granola is shown on Goku's face. Even in blocking them, you can see the strain. Granola isn't having an easy time either, as he is also under tremendous strain blocking these impactful punches by Goku, then finally one of them manages to get through. Love this shot right here as you can see Granola's upper lip and face contorted from the power of the punch. Goku's upper hand is short-lived as then Granola regathers himself for a direct kick to Goku's face, sending him back into some trees. Think this is where Goku has had enough though and powers up as Granola was moving in to finish the job and is nearly caught in the explosion of the ki by Goku. Finally, on page 12, the first dialogue happens as Granola states, "Your blood flow and movements of your cells have changed. You must have activated that evasion technique. Is it the same as when you had red hair? Because I already know the ins and outs of that." Goku confidently responds Blue plus Ultra Instinct won't be so easy to counter. We see Granola trying to snipe Goku but having a much harder time as expected. Goku continues to move in an attempt to find an opening as he heads above, then right as a distraction, then finally it's a head-on attack using his trusty Kamehameha at point-blank range. The first time I saw this panel, I thought Granola was done for, but as you can see in the exchange that he manages to also attack Goku right in the neck while eating that energy blast. After the dust clears, they both seem to have taken some damage from this encounter, but Goku, back in his base form, seems the worse off. As Granola lets him know, stronger and faster evasion won't help you. My right eye will always lock onto your vital points, as Goku is shocked at the level of skill of his opponent. Granola tells Goku to give up as no matter what transformation you use, no one has zero openings. Goku lets him know that he is wrong and that Ultra Instinct should have no weaknesses. If anything's lacking, it's gotta be my training. Goku isn't used to using Ultra Instinct as a Super Saiyan, so he is still vulnerable. Granola is hell-bent on revenge and says the Saiyan line ends here by my hand, just as you ended my people. Then we see Granola use a move that we have seen before in the last arc done by Moro, where he is using the earth beneath Goku, literally erupting it at him. Fortunately, he has seen that move before and it likely gave Goku just enough time to hold off the eruption while using his instant transmission. I really love the detail and artwork done in the panels in this chapter. Goku reappears next to Vegeta and says that move looked like Moro's, which has been the trend, further confirming in the wish granted by the dragon that he gave Granola the powers and abilities similar to the strongest fighters in the universe. Vegeta chimes in, "Struggling much?" Then Goku, realizing he might have to go all out since Granola's strength and moves are off the charts. Then we pick up where the last chapter ended with Vegeta knowing who Granola is. Or should I say, Vegeta has heard the tales of a tribe in this area with right eyes specialized for sniping. Yes, and it was the Saiyans under Frieza's command that wiped them out, which then they realized Granola is a survivor and why he has such a grudge. So the gig is up. Oil and Maki played them for fools, but it's too late as this wrecking ball that is Granola has to be dealt with. I was hoping Vegeta would have known or gave us more details about the Cerealians or Granola, but they needed to move this chapter along. So Goku asks if we should try to convince him that Saiyans aren't the bad guys nowadays. I was a little surprised by Vegeta's reaction. I thought with his troubled past, he would make that a priority, but he has a solid point in the fact that It wouldn't matter as Granola is trying to drive the Saiyans to extinction by killing us. Now Goku seems confident and plans to resume the fight, but this time using Ultra Instinct at full power, as we have this panel of Goku cutting through the smoke, dead serious, looking to end this fight against Granola. This is the first time we see shock on Granola's face, as it's the first time ever he can't perceive any vital points. Curiously, Granola asks, what is that form? It's perfected Ultra Instinct. The downside is I can't maintain this for too long, so I'm gonna have to end this quick. As Goku comes in with a kick, knocking the goggles right off Granola's head. Of course, we haven't heard anything from Granola's eyepiece either, whose name is Oatmeal, but I believe there is a reason for that later, soon to be revealed. I do like the shock and how this panel was drawn, as Granola realizes for the first time he might be in trouble. As Goku, in his perfect Ultra Instinct, sends him flying to the ground with a painful elbow to the back of the head. Now Goku, with a clear upper hand, asks if you mind hearing us out, and maybe we don't have to keep fighting. Granola continues to only have rage in his eyes and lashes out at Goku, but his attack is easily caught and then deflected away. No matter how Granola attacks, it now seems to be of no use. Goku is a cut above his opponent now and even uses a telekinetic technique to stop Granola, then holding him in place and sending him flying, then following that up with a barrage of ranged punches. Would this be the end of Granola? Is he defeated? Vegeta, upset at first that he didn't get a chance to test his power, then realizes that Granola's power hasn't dropped as much as it should have. Wait, what the? Now it's coming from over there? Granola didn't foresee how powerful Saiyans would become, and Goku was pleased how strong his opponent was. Now Granola reveals his plan and that he underestimated the Saiyans. Goku is in for a surprise as he thinks he has won and that we can just walk away now and fight again someday. You're not hearing me right, Saiyan. When did I say I've lost? All I said was I made a mistake underestimating you. I shouldn't have split my power at the start. Split? What's that mean? The Granola you see here is me, but also it is not. As we get a cutaway of Vegeta frantically looking for the true source of Granola, Goku is confused and asks for clarification. So it would seem that Granola took some power from his true body and made a clone. An illusion. Just like that, the clone of Granola vanishes right before Goku as Vegeta screams, "Kakarot! His real body's over here!" I don't get it, which Goku should get it since he is familiar with the after image technique. However, he probably never experienced anything like this version of it since it took perfect Ultra Instinct to beat a clone. Now the true Granola is gone, and just like that, perfect Ultra Instinct receives an attack to a vital point, and I love the shock in eyes of Goku realizing the fight is now over. Then Granola drives his fist right into Goku, blasting him off into the distance. Acres of forest is destroyed as Goku crashes through it. This fight is now officially over. Goku is defeated, and perfected Ultra Instinct wasn't enough. As Granola walks over to finish off Goku, he says, "I decided to have you fight that clone in order to save my strength for Frieza. In any case, it managed to kill some time, which worked out for me. Since your accuracy drops over time in that silver-haired form, I knew I could find an opening eventually." Now before we get to the end of this chapter, we have to realize how crazy Granola's actual power really is. Since his after image technique, a clone of himself pushed Goku to his most powerful form. If he indeed did split his power 50%, then that means 50% power Granola pushed Goku to use his perfect Ultra Instinct, which is actually insane. Which would perhaps confirm one of my theories that when the dragon made Granola the strongest in the universe, that he made him stronger than Gogeta, since Gogeta would be the strongest warrior, which is why Granola's clone, with only some of his power, was able to push Goku so far. Now it didn't specifically say 50%, he did say split, and in another panel he said some, so it is possible that it was even less than 50% of his true power, which means that Goku really had no chance, and Granola really is the strongest warrior in the universe hands down. However, Vegeta isn't going to just let Granola kill Goku. You pinpointed Kakarot's vitals from a distance and sent him flying? Color me impressed. That fool, he won't be up for a while. Leave him be. I'm your opponent now. Granola doesn't care about the kill order as long as they both die. However, the dialogue from Vegeta is really interesting. It's that old school Vegeta vibe, and I like it. Die? Why don't you? Go on, join the rest of your tribe. If you're so intent on killing off every last Saiyan, then I'll use all I have to put you into the ground. The tribe that's about to go extinct is the Cerealians. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see Vegeta taking that approach, but perhaps he is doing exactly as his teacher Lord Beerus said to do, to forget about his past, to recreate himself in order to attain the power of a destruction god. That if he wants no limit to his power, he must be focused on one thing, which is destruction. Which I have to say I do like this side of Vegeta the most, and we'll have to expand on that more coming up in another video. Well, this was Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 73, and I hope you enjoyed this chapter as I did and thought it was a fun ride with some pretty awesome surprises. This Granola is something else with all his abilities and power, and I have to say, the last two chapters with their writing and panels were straight fire and I've really enjoyed them. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it and smash that like button. Also, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell to keep those theories coming.